we always like to put a little bow on Gronk-day before we bring him on with underreactions, things that maybe flew under the radar or just like carryover, leftovers from what we didn't get to chew on for the first 2 days of the week in reaction to all the action of week 11. And I do want to start with those Kansas City Chiefs. Did we talk about them this week? Yes. The crash outs over them? Yes, they're appropriate. I am totally fine with that. Maybe it's too tough of a road this year. Maybe they don't. Maybe they make a wild card. We don't know yet, and I wouldn't rule them out. But I will not. You can like have all your takes on all those different things. What I would like to not see, what I would like to not allow, is the eulogizing of the dynasty. That you sound, I want to help you. You cannot wear a coat all you want, guys, but you can't walk out your door and start about your day talking about how the Chiefs dynasty is over. You will look stupid. I'm trying to help you. We have some sort of human sick desire and tendency where everyone wants to be the first to call for the end of something great instead of enjoying it and being where your feet are, which is the point of why we're all on this earth. But I do want to make this very clear. The Chiefs missing the playoffs, let's say they do, hypothetically, that's very different from the dynasty being over. Two different things. And honestly, have we all lost a little perspective on what happened during the great dynasty that was the one that we witnessed before the Chiefs won? Let's do a little history lesson, shall we? Dost thou not remember the 2002 Patriots missing the playoffs? Shock, horror, sky is falling. 2010 and 2011 Patriots, they went one and done, didn't they? Dun, dun, dun. The 10-year gap in between Super Bowl wins. Do y'all just forget about these things? Men in Black, Neuralizer 5000 yourselves, like forgetting that these things have happened and there was still a said dynasty. The sad Brady memes. Now, and this isn't to compare to that. Kansas City still has 3 more Lombardis to go if they want to join that same conversation as the Chiefs. I hear you, Patriots fans, listening to this, right? You're thinking it's nonsense. I understand that. I am just bringing up the fact that there's like revisionist history that's happened is absolutely insane. It was not just Tom Brady, PSA plays, enter Brady, win Super Bowl. We don't remember the lack of smooth sailing the whole way? We went back yesterday and we found articles spanning 8 years. 8 years telling us that their dynasty was over. Sky is falling. Look, people looking stupid. I don't want you to look stupid. Okay? We're pretending like that never happened because we're looking back at, I guess, the totality of the rings over a course of years. I will say this. I think Kansas City has it in them. Patrick Mahomes turned 30. Brady has said this himself. Whatever frustrations you may have with this team, personnel, coaching, front office, whatever it is, run game, they've proven so much that they can, like enough, they've proven enough that they can retool this roster on the fly and make tough decisions. See Tyreek Hill and L'Jarius Sneed. They rebuilt the O-line. They have talent, young talent. They have Hall of Fame coaching. Whatever ends up happening this year, you will not be able to tell me this thing is cooked as long as 15 keep suiting up. Hamilton, I will ask you, 15 and the great burger eating one. Now you have a different story. Travis, yeah, we're expecting Travis to leave. That is something that, like, if you're a Kansas City fan, NFL, we've come to terms with that portion of the program as well as he's playing. At some point, he's going to depart. Yeah. You know, Patrick is your 10-year plan. Hello, Kat. Yeah. Patrick is your 10-year plan, right? So like, but yeah. Andy, we talked to Andy about this. Andy's hardest thing is going to be to leave while Patrick is there.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's made it impossible for him to retire.
Yeah. And that's why I would expect him to be there. It seems like his mindset every time he's talked about it, he's expecting to be there for a few more years, but it is something to think about because he is at a different stage of his life and career versus what Belichick was during, the Patriots dynasty, where he was still, a relatively young coach when he started with Tom.
Yeah.
So it is something to think about. But again, I think Patrick is that special that, and also, if Andy does walk away, you're going to get the top coach off the board because who isn't going to be knocking down that door to get a chance to coach Patrick?
Cliff Kingsbury, the eventual. I've completely lost it.
Yeah.
We got Propashot, we got Gronk, we got a cat, we got.
Yeah.
I'm making banana bread today. I got a lot of things. A lot of things. I gotta salt the driveway.
Got him.
I got a lot of things going on here in my cosplaying like a Midwestern caretaker. Okay, so yeah, so we don't want you to look stupid. We are not eulogizing the dynasty, no matter what you think is going to happen this year. Okay, moving on. Hit us up at Up and Adam Show. We've got Gronk coming on the way. Tyrell Shavers for the hopefully Super Bowl bound Bills, who are seeing like their time is here. Their time is here. Maybe it isn't the Patriots here and they can get one in. Let's move on to another thing we're underreacting to, and that is Brock Purdy and him being back. And I don't know what we were going to get. I think a lot of people didn't for these Niners. Mac Jones did such a fantastic job. The coaching's great, all of that. Really, it's been like 2 months of the Mac Jones process, and it's been great. You got to keep a team in the playoff hunt, the whole nine. It's not a coincidence that they scored a season-high 41 points, though, the moment Brock got back on the field. He's their guy. Bruce Arians said, he's your guy from a business perspective. You paid him, he's your guy. But, man, it made sense. It made sense that he's the guy. He's sharp. He was so decisive. George Kittle got going with 2 touchdowns, making everybody happy. Which, by the way, we told you that he's going to score on Friday's show last week as a K-maker. Now, this was his 11th career game with a passer rating over 130. That is more than any other quarterback through their first 4 seasons in NFL history. That's a big deal. He's also only played 2.5 seasons worth of games so far. But we've only seen Brock for 2.5 freaking seasons worth of action so far. And it goes way beyond physical throws and that sharpness that I'm talking about. It's beyond that, everybody. It's like this detailing that he does. Niners beat writer Eric Branch actually did a great job sort of saying how the big plays came either via pre-snap checks at the line or from Brock being able to adapt on the fly with the chemistry he has with CMC and Kittle. So you can bring up his shortcomings, literally his height, right? That's a big thing. His hand sizing, whatever, like you can do all of that. But what we saw in week 11 were like intangible qualities. Shout out to Eric Branch for saying that. I like how you said it. The smarts, the instincts, that is rare. That is what you pay for. That is what a Super Bowl caliber team has. And I think that's what's made him so successful, despite maybe some of those things we like to pick apart from time to time. It was the game that we needed Brock to have, right? That he needed to have after there has been all this positive momentum around Mac in a Kyle Shanahan coaching, campaign that he'll never get credit for. So this is a statement game for them. Gets the Niners inside of the playoff picture. Lions out, Niners in. And it sets up what's really become a playoff type situation for them. They have the Panthers. Feisty, underreacted to Panther squad sitting pretty, and we'll see if they're sitting Purdy on Monday night. Okay, let's get one more in here. These are things we're underreacting to. We are underreacting to the emergence of the next great voice in play-by-play. Already the standard, already a great voice in play-by-play, but I can't wait to see where the career of young Will Gavin, I call him Torment, okay, from Game of Thrones. Before I say anything, before I get into this, listen to the call of Deebo Samuel and the touchdown in Madrid on Sunday. Listen.
To the right now, 1 to the left. Mariota looks for his right-hand side. Quick throw to Deebo Samuel. Cuts inside. 15 to the 10. He's got an angle to the 5 to the end zone. Touchdown, Commanders! A 20-yard across the formation run for Deebo Samuel on the quick pass, and we have a first ever touchdown on Spanish soil, and it goes to Washington.
It makes me so happy. I need you to know that I would opt into hearing that on every game. I would do. Oh, is my audio messed up or something? Can you hear me? Oh, it feels very fuzzy. We'll have to cut around that then. Sorry. I love him. He is a friend of mine. This is someone who is so passionate about the game. You cannot tell me listening to that call that you're not like, he's obsessed in football the way I was when I was 5, 6, 7, 25 years old. And I want to hear that. I want that kind of passion every day. And it's not speaking for anybody else or what doesn't exist, but Will Gavin works for TalkSport in the UK. He sort of helped build that up. He is one of the most knowledgeable football minds I have ever had the pleasure of being around. And yes, and his calls are going viral now, so I keep seeing them everywhere, and it's like brings such joy to me. This is not new. He's been covering the NFL. You know, like we're seeing it now. He's worked so hard. Okay, he's been covering the NFL since 2012. Imagine like you having the love that you're hearing and seeing from this man, and you're going to Denifield School in Reading, surrounded by soccer fans, and these NFL games are at these ungodly hours where you're literally changing your life to love this thing called the NFL. To put in that kind of grind is a little special, and I love this for him. And I'm very sad that the international slate is over for 2025. I need more Will Gavin in my life. I need more of that remembering of passion and why we love it. It's so fun. So, CBS, Fox, Westwood One, ESPN, Netflix, YouTube, whoever it is, please make a call to the UK and scoop him up. Bring him here. He probably doesn't want to come here. I think he's probably got a great life. I'm speaking for him. I haven't talked to him. Play-by-play does not get any better than what Will has been giving us. So shout out to him. Love it.